Welcome back. We're watching one more episode of Long Riders where the long journey is almost over. They got to visit many little pit stop, try many different types of food, but came at a price. They're running behind, so behind they are at the end of the pack. How much time left do they have? Are they going to make it to the finish line? Are they going to wait for them at all? How are they going to feel about actually being last? As long as one failure doesn't mount up and make her quit cycling forever, it might be okay and just try next time. Or she can push herself fully and succumb to the muscle pain that will shortly follow. Let's see. Replaying the moment that she found out, the fact that they've been having such a nice day and yet quick finish their meal and get riding. I mean, they were sticking around and having the food as well. She's not the only one to blame. As long as you put the pedal to the metal. Is there going to be anyone to make sure she doesn't fall too far behind? 1 meter. Oh, she's really getting into the game now. The fact there's a time limit involved, much more stringent than what they believed before. She's got to keep hold of their coattails. Creating a kind of slipstream for her to get behind easier. Wonder if it's actually going to work out. Also, do you think her mother and sister are actually going to believe the fact that she... well, maybe not even completed, but at least got as far as she did in this event, with how long it is? I know if I came back one day and said I picked up cycling and went over 100k, there'd be a lot of questioning eyes. I mean, the music matching the tempo of what they're going to have to try and keep up with. Do we have a hard limit of when they're actually close the finish line? Was it just that guy saying, it's going to be soon, get a move on? I mean, you didn't think you can take it at a blissful pace, right? Oh, nice. Ah. Really doing things tactically when she can't... when she feels like she's slowing down slightly. Time to shift. I wonder if they kind of take note at how long each one was in pole position. See if anyone's lagging behind or not putting in the full effort. Hmm. Cutting down all sorts of wind resistance for them. Interesting tactic. How long would it actually be able to be kept up with, though? Hmm. I mean, just think about it slightly for even a second. Why do you think so many like car manufacturers and planes and whatnot really put in a lot for the aerodynamics? I wonder if she realizes that they're putting in the extra effort so she can take it easily. Also, though they may be strapped for time and the roads are completely clear, still got to have good roadside manners and stop for the lights. There's no way in hell any cyclist around here would do that. They barely stop for the lights when there's maximum traffic on the roads. Whenever she visualizes those wings, you know that she gets the freedom of the cycling and what it all means. Well, just gotta keep up and not fall too behind. You've got this far already. As if ominously foretelling the future. Oh god. And she's riding into the wind. I mean, she has the grit to actually try and keep going, but you can see they're slowly getting ahead. Oh, she is lagging behind. I mean, not only is it going to be more difficult for her to, or as she did quick bit of maths, but yeah, not only is it more difficult for her to pull through, keep riding up, but if she sees herself pulling behind, then the mental factor will get to her as well. She's braking. Maybe the rain would help if it actually starts pouring down. What is it? A you finish at least kind of moment? Just go faster. If you can't do this, then you can put those dreams to bed. Think of the jersey. Think of the effort that was put in to get this far, even if it was only like 5 episodes or so. How long has she been riding now? I'm guessing several months. With the power of friendship and teamwork at her side, how could she fail? That's when there's a break in the clouds. Even though with ragged breath and sweat pouring down, she's keeping up with them at least. If she was riding by herself, would have given up by now, almost 100%. It's not only more difficult to give up when there's others kind of relying on you, but oh, with the finish line in sight, there's still someone waving the flag and telling them where to go. Don't stop pedaling now. Don't coast over the line. She definitely made it, but was it still open? 5 past. So what? She was 7 kilometers an hour. What? Apologising for all the crying, whining she was doing all throughout the race. Now it clicked across. They were like almost on the limit, but still, she may want to adjust the clock on her bike there, and it's not off by a little bit either. She can rest for a little bit now. Not only did she manage to do the 160, but in a fairly acceptable time. I thought she said she didn't have any more energy. That's why she couldn't push herself further. And they did it as part of a group. What more memorable of an occasion could it be? Their first ride, and it was a success. Why are they putting her as the face of the team? Painful, slow going. Fairly decent lunch though. I mean, that's for damn sure she wouldn't have done this alone. The fact of the matter of self-doubt that she was pouring on herself. I think, do all these events have the stop and talk with all the teams that actually managed to finish? I think finishing near the top of the pack or the very, very back, probably one of the better ones, because it shows that you struggled through it but still pushed through. Just finishing midway, no one really remembers or cares. She asleep. I mean, the exhaustion kind of... it was some good reaction time, yeah. But I've seen a few people fall face first into their meals. Not not usually above the age of 6 though. And then she's going to be out like a light, isn't she? At least it was a good memory to finish the day on, otherwise those nightmares would have been horrific for her. Whistling is back. There's no team to cheer her on to go up the stairs to her room. And no one knows the trouble that she has been through. Just get a rope and a winch. As long as she's near her room, it'll be fine. Yeah, how could you not? Oh, my muscles hurt. Really? I mean, it would be wrong for them not to try and poke. With that now under her belt, there's only upwards from here. Like I was asking, would anyone actually believe her having a certificate to prove it? Well, that actually does something towards it. Was she getting encouraged as well? Yeah, we don't get that kind of usual life and whatnot from this girl. No, it's all about the cycling. But you just struggled getting even standing when you're at the top of the stairs. Did she forget that her muscles don't work? Huh. Have I ever seen an anime do the phone rotation? Did she get the same kind of feeling seeing someone like that go past? It's a little far-fetched to think how much she's actually managed to ride and not crash. Yeah, you don't want to be riding on that. Damage the spokes and wheel. It was kind of tough enough to expend all of that energy to race right back up to them and basically start the long distance off of a sprint. Obviously, there were a few moments of this journey which were up for improvement. Then how much is it going to be that is technique? Others just stamina. She's back early. Apparently, it was shortly after she left home as well, so it was close enough just to walk back. She's had some experiences with replacing the wheels. Hopefully now that you won't get the inner tube exploding again. I mean, they've got limited parts, really. I would give her that. It's not something that is unique to cycling, but whenever you can overcome an obstacle, and despite the cautious looks and the bit of worry that the sister and mother had for her, maybe there's a actual good thing that can come out of it. How long before she realizes that's on her face? I mean, quick puncture repair. Everything seems fine. Um, don't be too late. Still got friends to meet, right? Hmm. And now I think, considering seeing the certificate and the bike repair just now, is going to give him a pass the next time that she goes a bit loopy. See, there good things can come out of all of the blood, sweat, and tears that she's pushing into this. I mean, long range cycling probably doesn't have a lot of transferable skills over into the normal everyday life, but learning to actually replace a wheel every now and again. I think the important bit was when the sister realized just how much she enjoys all of this and what it means to her. Seeing the smile on her face, what she managed to actually do. 160k is not a small feat, to be fair. I think 160k would be difficult for me to do even if I was in a car. I'd get bored far too easily. So now that this journey is down, this event is up, and I managed to make it barely on time. Get a bit, put more practice in, or go straight up to the bigger events. There's so many hardships that got thrust at her, and there's one the uphill struggle at the end, the storm, which really didn't exactly help. But the mental damage that she took from the incorrect time on her bike, that was probably worse than any kind of physical pain she could have endured. Thinking that even though she made it, the relief, oh, we're here at the finish line, yay, we did it. Oh, wait a minute, oh fuck, we were too slow. She really went through the trials of that one. Roller coaster of emotions for her. There's not too much you can really say on shows like this. They're just the happy-go-lucky, the kind of slice of life, just cute things. Kind of the same conversations I was having about Camp. Seeing them enjoy themselves to this extent is so heartwarming. Makes me think maybe I should actually get out and do something of my own. Maybe a little bit of physical exercise every now and again won't be amiss. And considering we had the first half of this, the way they actually managed to go out, try and ride normally, have that soft, slow attitude to it, you had both sides of the story. The harsh events where you really have to push yourselves to the limit or past it, but also the sights and locations and the good food along the way. And all the time never being left behind by her friends, apart from right at the beginning. Considering we had the face there, the girl who looked on to the idea of cycling with a little bit of intrigue at least, is she going to pop up and do anything? Considering we are so close to the end of this, maybe it would just be a hint for the future. Maybe there's a expansion to the team to be wary of. But also how much of the next episode is going to be muscle pain, trying to overcome the consequences of the event she just undertook. Her task that she had to endure. Considering we've seen what happens before and they're being bedbound for a while, it's probably just going to cut ahead by a week or so. Get to the next bit where she's actually being back on the bike. Just needs a little bed rest for a day. I mean, she replaced that tyre fine. It didn't look like it was she was struggling too much to get around. Also, it is so nice to see just a bright sunny day, considering, well, the UK really, but at least recently. It would be nice to see the sun once in a while. But if you've enjoyed this episode of Long Riders, let me know. If you've put yourself through some challenging situation and come out on the other side and didn't think you would, I want to hear that story. But if you just want to watch some more anime, then maybe subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so that I can see you in the next one. My patrons always pushed me to go over the finish line, and I couldn't have made it without them. This channel would not exist, well, I was going to say in its current form, but I think this channel wouldn't exist without all of you. So I really, honestly do need to thank Noku, Sal, Croyville, Ruben Fenamawa, Guado, Kite, Raywin, Lightwizard91, Shiwan, Tori Jane, and everyone else. Because thanks to your kind words, I will strive to do better each time.